recording better for me. So instead of saying, here's $3,000-$4,000 to record in your studio, I can take that money and start building my own and do my own projects.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Because now I might be a little paranoid because every time I go into the studio, it's like, oh, my God, no. I have to do this again. So, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just like taking your baby. You don't just take your baby to any daycare or to any house. You don't leave your babies anywhere. And I guess with my music, I'm a little more careful about where I record it. I mean, everybody doesn't respect what you do like you do. So that's why I endeavor to network and connect with people who basically think like I do. In other words, if I give my music, I say, okay, David, I've released a single track called Solace, 10 minutes of flute, meditative, relaxing, chilling music. And I sent it to him. I was so proud because I mixed it and mastered it myself. I sent it to David. I said, tell me the truth. He said, well, the mastering is a little off. You need to master it like this. I said, okay, let me pay you to do it, okay? So I paid him to master that track. But, again, isn't it great to have someone that can tell you the truth?
Yeah.
And let you know.
I was about to
love having
say
that.
the same thing. Yeah, to have a trustworthy friend that you could trust with your craft. I want you to go ahead and give our listeners out there your website information, any social sites that you're on for them to follow you upon, and where to purchase your music, please.
Okay, my website is joycespencermusic.com. When you go to joycespencermusic.com, the home page will have every social network where I have an account, like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, my YouTube channel, everywhere. I even have an Amazon store. I'm always trying to be creative. Instagram, LinkedIn, even MySpace. I still have a MySpace account. You can find me on those social networks. And also, if you forget my website URL, you just Google Joyce Spencer, and my website comes up at the top. I did everything I could to make it easy for you to find me, to book me, to find my music. And I also have a music tab on my website, and when you hover over the music tab, there's another sub menu titled Solace, which should take you to the track I just talked about. So whether you want upbeat music, fusion, funk, or R&B sounds, or gospel music, it's there on my website. I try to make it easy. And also, if you don't mind, follow me on Spotify. I'm trying to build that. This year is my goal, to build my Spotify following. Since Spotify has made some changes, and we have they're trying to become more artist-friendly. I don't know if it's because of the class action lawsuit, but some changes have been made, so I decided to try to promote that as well.
Right.
And that's about it.
So what are your accomplishments that you have made in your music so far right now?
With, of course, the awards and achievements I mentioned earlier, and I have released 2 jazz albums, 1 Christmas album.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
1 Christmas album, and of course 1 single release, Solace, a 10-minute flute. But I'm really proud of the Christmas and Solace because literally I did everything in my studio except mastering. David did the mastering. But everything was done, whereas many colors, some part of it was done in the studio that I had to pull it from. I took it into my own, but I did mix many colors, some of it, and then David mixed it some more. He was really helping me out with that. And that's where I really learned a lot about mixing and bought some plugins, and I'm always looking for new ways to be better. I don't claim to be an engineer. I'm just learning to do my projects. And I don't have a desire to do it for a living either.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question
Sure.
from a young kid that wants to know: did you sing in the church choir? And if did sing in the church choir, did you also play in a band, the church choir's band?
I sang both. I did sing in the church choir, and when I was in high school, when I was in college, there was even a gospel a cappella choir on my college campus. I was involved in that as well. And bands, I played in a band. In the last 8 years, I've done both, band and singing choir on saxophone.
All right.
And as a matter of fact, I was music director of a small church. By default, I called it by default. The church didn't have the finances to hire a music director. You know, a music director has to be a good keyboard player. And I told my pastor, I said, I am not a good keyboard player. That's why you don't see it anywhere on my website. I don't claim that.
Right.
He said, just play what you know. Don't you have a music degree? I said, okay. And I would pick simple songs with simple chord progressions and played the keyboard and did that for about 3 years. But it's not something that I don't want, even though I've done it, and the experience was great because I had about 10 people, and I said, well, you guys are an choir praise team, and we did make some really nice accomplishments with what we had, and I even my keyboard playing started getting better, but I went, but it's just something that was one of my goals. So playing in band, yes, I played saxophone. Now I get booked by local churches and revivals to play flute and saxophone.
Right.
Especially like special occasions like a Mother's Day, or sometimes churches sponsor fashion shows, or there's a weekend revival, and I'll be part of the band, as he said, or she, part of the band. So I'm all over the place.
I got somebody hollering, do you do weddings?
Yes.
Okay.
Reception and ceremony.
All right. Y'all hear that? Okay.
And for all of you listeners in other for all you listeners in other countries, I do have a passport.
Ooh, y'all hear that too? Okay, I have the last two questions in the show. I actually got a caller that's calling from Indiana, matter of fact. Hello, caller. Go ahead and state your name and speak, please.
Yes, my name is Greg. What's up, Brenda? How you doing?
Hi, Greg. How are you doing?
All right.
Hi, Greg.
Hello. I wanted to ask, you intend to do anything with collaborations on your future projects?
Right now, there are 2 collaborations. I have started my next project, and I'll be reaching out to a few people to collaborate with me on it.
Okay.
I just finished one with Sam and another guy with him that I'm going to start with him. So yes, I guess the answer is yes. Did I go through all that just to say yes?
No, that's okay. I enjoyed it.
Great.
All right, thank you so much.
So are you into
music,
it. Greg? Are you into music?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing music? You're an artist?
No, I'm not an artist. I'm just a listener.
Oh, great. Well, hey, you know it. That's great. Music lovers, I'm both. I'm a music lover, too. So, but thanks for calling. I appreciate your call.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay,
bye, Greg.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
Bye, Greg.
Greg calling from Evansville, Indiana. He's a native of Evansville, Indiana. By the way,
awesome.
hopefully, I'm from Evansville, Indiana, and that's where I'm calling from. hopefully you'll be able to come through Evansville to be able to do a performance for us.
I would love it.
We have one venue that's building up for our community, in our inner city community, where there's gospel, jazz, and comedy. So hopefully within a year or two, you still remember me. Hopefully you'll be able to come down and perform for us. Love your music. I would also like to let you go ahead and give a shout out to any supporters that help you along your musical journey
Yes, of course. First and foremost is my husband, Ladarian Spencer, for supporting me. I wouldn't be able to do this full time if it weren't for him. He's working right now, as a matter of fact. He's working his second job. So I appreciate him because when I thought about going back to work, he said, no, just keep doing music. Let me figure it out. And also support, I appreciate band members throughout the years. Tyrone Walls, who was there from the beginning, and James on bass, and Jay Sticks on drums. They were on the first CD, Sweet Dreams.
Okay.
And Harry Jackson on lead guitar later. But now Don Roberson plays keys with me now when Tyrone can't make it. All these guys, because, there is I stole this from, what's his name? What's the name of the movie? It's hard out there for a pimp. Well, I say it's hard out there for a chick.
Oh, yeah. Say that, yeah.
It's hard out there for a chick, and when I'm surrounded by people who could care less whether I'm male or female is such a blessing. And to have these artists, Brackens as well. I'm talking about all the musicians who've been very supportive. And now that I'm going to Beaumont, I found Ron Rocio, his band, Flavor. They are going to back me up when I'm at Jazz and Jokes there. So that's what we're doing now, since many venues don't have the budget to fly your entire band. I'm networking in different areas and talking to people, sending them I have a link with MP3s and charts, send it to them.
Yeah.
And, we're having to do that now to make it work because, let's face it, to get a whole band, it's pretty costly. And so, I'm flexible. I try to work with each venue to make it work. So just thankful. And, all the, local people here who have made it. If I keep saying names, I will forget somebody. So thanking my husband is the safest way to go.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody, the callers, some people think, well, every time you share what I do, like even this show, several people shared it, liked it, what have you. Don't ever think that that's not a big deal. Well, to me, when you share something that I'm doing, when you like it, when you make a comment, when you tell somebody, I'm telling you, this word of mouth is powerful. You look at how things go viral and people get, discovered that way. So I always try to thank everybody on social network that reach out to me, that leave. I even have a place on my website. If anyone has an accolade, I add it to my EPK at the bottom. And if they have a business or what have you, I will hyperlink it to their business. Just something that I'm trying to do to show my appreciation. So I appreciate everything I appreciate you for allowing me to be on your show. The same show that Walter Beasley was on.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you do, because I'm independent, DIY, do it yourself. So every time I just receive something, you might think it's trivial, but to me it's so important. So thanks to everybody who's listening, who took the time. This is a Friday night. You could be out partying by now, but you're listening. So I appreciate that. So